Okay, this video is going to go through questions 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 from the GCSE questions. So the first one, a toy is made from red bricks and yellow bricks. We've got the ratio of red to yellow as 5 to 2. So I'm going to start by drawing my ratio. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2. And now let's look at what those represent. So the 5 is the red bricks. The 2 is the yellow brick. Oops, the 2 is the yellow bricks. So let's read the question now. What numbers have we got? There are 210 more red bricks than yellow bricks. So the 210 isn't the total. It's how many more red bricks we've got than yellow bricks. So if we look at the diagram, we can see that this bit here, well, this is how much more red I've got than yellow. So the 210 is in these 3 boxes here. So the first calculation we need to do is 210 divided by 3, which gives us 70. So that means there's 70 in each box. Well, once I've worked out what's in one box, I can work anything else out in the ratio, because I know there's 70 in each of those boxes. So now look back at the question, how many red bricks are in the toy? So we've got 5 boxes for red bricks. I've got 70 in each box. So we've got 5 times 70, which is 350 red bricks. Okay, now question 6, we've got Ali, Beth and Claire take a test. The ratio of Ali's score to Beth's score is 5 to 3. Ali scored 10 more marks than Beth. Okay, well, let's deal with this part of the question first. So I'm only interested in Ali and Beth at the minute. We've got a ratio of 5 to 3. And that's Ali gets 5, Beth gets 3. Now, let's see where this 10 goes. Ali scored 10 more marks. Again, this word more. So the more is this bit here. Okay, that's how much more Ali gets than Beth. So that bit is where the 10 belongs. Well, that's 2 boxes. So 10 divided by 2 boxes means there's 5 in each box. Okay. Now, so from this, I can work out that Ali must have 5 times 5. So she scored 25. Beth has 3 boxes, so she's got 3 times 5, so she scored 15. Now, Claire, we haven't worked out yet. She's not part of the ratio. Claire scored 7 more marks than Ali. Well, if I know how much Ali got, Claire got 7 more than that, so 25 plus 7, which gives me 32. So now I've worked out all 3 of their scores. Okay. Now, question 7. This one's a little bit different because we're not given a total, we're not given a number to divide into this ratio. All we're given is the ratio, and we're told that the total is somewhere between 25 and 35. So this requires a bit of a different approach. So if I've got, I'm just going to use numbers for this rather than the bar model. So I'm going to use 4 boys, 7 girls, so that would give me a total of 11. Okay, I've got to keep them in the same ratio as this. Okay, so I could have, if I had 8 boys, then I'd have to have 14 girls. Well, that would give me a total of 22. Well, that's still not enough. So I need to do it one more time. If I'm doubling, or not doubling again, but sort of adding on another 4 boys, then I'd need to add on another 7 girls to keep it in the same ratio. So I'm adding those on, so it's 12 to 21. So now I've got 12 boys, 21 girls, gives me a total of 33. Well, that's in between 25 and 35, so it's got to be that. Okay, so basically, notice these are all multiples of 11. So the answer here, the total, has to be a multiple of 11. Well, between 25 and 35, the only multiple of 11 is 33. Okay. Right. Adam, Ben and Chris receive pocket money each week. Adam and Ben receive pocket money in the ratio 10 to 9. And Ben and Chris receive pocket money in the ratio 5 to 4. Work out the ratio for Adam to Chris. So this is called combining ratios. This is a problem where we have to combine the ratios. Now, I'm again going to just use the numbers for this rather than drawing diagrams, because I haven't got anything to divide into. I haven't got a total or a number anywhere. So if I've got Adam and Ben is 10 to 9, and then this ratio tells me Ben to Chris is 5 to 4. Okay, so the common thing here is Ben. So if I want to combine Adam, Ben and Chris together, well, that means I've got to make the Bens equal. Okay, so I look at the number I've got for Bens here. I've got 9 in this ratio, 5 in this ratio. So I need a number that both 9 and 5 go into. Well, 45 comes to mind. 9 times 5 is 45, so let's use 45. So if I want to make my Adam to Ben ratio with Ben at 45, well, I've done 9 times by 5 to get 45. So to keep Adam in the same ratio, I need to times Adam by 5 as well. So I get 50 to 45. Okay, so 10 to 9 and 50 to 45 are still in the same ratio because I've multiplied both by 5. Now let's look at the Ben to Chris. I want to make the Ben out of this ratio also 45. So I've timesed 5 by 9 to get that 45. Well, to keep Chris in the same ratio, I need to also times him by 9. So 4 times 9 is 36. Well, now that I've got these two the same, I can combine both the ratios to 50 to 45 to 36. So that's the combined ratio. Now, it's not asking me for the whole ratio, it's asking me for the ratio of Adam to Chris. So now I can leave Ben out, and I've got a ratio of 50 to 36, okay, which is a correct ratio, but it asks for it in its simplest form. Now if I look at these, they're both even numbers, so I can divide by 2, okay, just to simplify it, just like we do with fractions. So it comes out at 25 to 18. Let's look at it again. They're not both even, so I can't divide by 2. 3 won't go into both. There's no other common multiple, so that's the smallest it'll get. Okay. Right, question 9. If we want the fraction of the class that are girls, well, if we sort of draw a little, think about this in a diagram. Okay, I'm not going to draw individual boxes because I don't know how many are there. I'm just going to call that one X and that one Y. Okay, so this is boys, this is girls. So you can see that the total that are in the class, all of these together, must be X plus Y. Now if I want the fraction of the class that are girls, well, that would be that bit of the bar. So it would be Y out of X plus Y. And if that doesn't make sense, let's put some numbers into it just to see if it makes sense then. So let's call that 3 and that 4. So let's say the boys was 3 and the girls was 4. Okay, so let's say X was 3 and Y was 4. So if I said what fraction are girls, and we'd shaded that bit, well you can see there's 4, the fraction of girls would be 4 out of 7, okay, which is 4 would be our y out